Western medicine. Is it the only option for people out there struggling with their health? Those who have lifelong, serious, chronic health issues? Are there other options? Natural remedies, homeopathic remedies. Do they work? Is it worth the money? Can they help you? Is it a scam? Hi, my name is Danny, I'm 25 years old, and just over a year ago I was diagnosed with something called a myeloproliferative neoplasm, more specifically polycythemia vera, which is basically just the fancy scientific way of saying that I have a rare incurable blood cancer that I was diagnosed with at the age of 24. The past year of my life has been one of the hardest ever. Getting told that I have a rare incurable blood cancer will do that to you. That comes with taking all sorts of medications, trying all sorts of different remedies. At first I was put on a drug called hydroxycarbamide, hydroxyurea, it's got many names. It was a pill that I took daily. I did not have a great experience with it. It came with a lot of side effects. So once that was stopped, I was put on an injection, a chemotherapy injection called Pegasus interferon. This drug the Pegasus interferon did what it was meant to do, but it came with very severe side effects. One of the most severe impacts that it had was on my liver, one of the most vital organs in the human body. For months I was taking this injection weekly, and every appointment I had with my specialist, all I heard was this.
Some very slight abnormalities in liver function tests, but sometimes the Pegasus can cause that, but I wouldn't be too worried about that at the moment.
Yeah, how's your abdominal pain and things going at the moment?
Look, it's actually been pretty bad.
I mean, at the moment, your liver function tests have actually got a little bit worse. I'm wondering or not whether the interferon is actually making that liver function a bit worse. What's the dose of the interferon? It's a C that improves the liver function abnormality.
Yeah.
And if that's getting worse, we might just need to get an MRI scan done of the belly.
I heard this for months. I wasn't told how bad it was, but I knew it was bad because more often than not, I was ending up with my head in the toilet bowl. This sucks. No one should have to go through this. I was ending up in hospital. Back in hospital again, baby. Different one this time. It's been a rough couple days, a rough week, but they're admitting me hopefully soon. Exhausted. I'm in pain, I'm tired, they fasted me again, I just want to go home. I'm so sick of this. They sent me for an MRI this morning. And on all those occasions, I never got any answers. I knew what it was, but nobody was doing anything to help me. Countless letters, my specialist sent to my GP stating that I was having some trouble with the Pegasus, that it was causing me some mild discomfort. It was so much more than that. It was so much worse than he was letting on. Eventually I was told to stop taking the Pegasus interferon after months of hearing, it's getting worse, your liver is not looking good. I stopped. Before this, I decided to explore the world of naturopathy, natural medicine, herbal medicine, with the help of a qualified, highly skilled naturopath. I do not recommend doing this on your own. Do your research, make sure you find somebody who knows what they are talking about, because there are a lot of people out there who probably don't know what they're talking about. So do your research, find somebody who knows their stuff. I was skeptical. I didn't think that it was going to work. I didn't have high hopes. I really didn't. I thought, I have a rare incurable blood cancer. There's no way. But I've got no other option. The doctors who spend years of their life training at university level, they're not helping me. So I need to find another way. I need to help myself because nobody else is helping me. So I spent weeks researching into what exploring natural medicine might mean. I researched different, I guess, specialists in my area, I want to call them. I don't know what to call them. They're not technically classed as doctors, so I'm not exactly sure like what to call them. I spent a long time researching, and then I finally booked an appointment. My naturopath has been working in the field for over 10 years. She's done multiple courses. She has a Bachelor of Health Science specialising in natural medicine, along with her diploma of naturopathy and all these other qualifications. She is highly qualified, and she has a lot of experience. So this appointment, I explained everything. We focused on my liver to start with because that was the biggest issue, and such a vital organ, and it was seriously damaged. There was very serious damage from the Pegasus interferon, and we started off with some herbal tonics. A bit of this one left on to these for my liver. The main focus was healing the liver. There were some other things, like I got told to try a low FODMAP diet, I got prescribed a prebiotic-probiotic mix, just for some gut issues, digestion issues that I've always had trouble with. That was the goal of the first visit to the naturopath, focusing on these areas. So that's what we did. My next appointment, I got switched from the tonic to a liver detoxification supplement, a tablet, a pill, whatever you want to call it. I also had been having a lot of trouble with my sleep. I think a lot of people experience this. I have trouble getting to sleep, I have trouble staying asleep, I'm such a light sleeper. If I wake up, I can't go back to sleep, no matter how hard I try. So I tried a tonic for my sleep. I know it might sound funny to some of you using the word tonics, but that's what they are. They're liquefied herbs all blended together to make a tonic. Ugh. asleep. Oh. It never gets old. Oh. And this is the one that I've been taking for sleep. It's been helping. It's gross, but it helps. Ugh. A few months passed and I was starting to feel better. I was sleeping better. I wasn't having the liver pain. I wasn't feeling sick. I was able to digest my food properly. I felt better. I knew that I did. But the other part of my brain was skeptical because I didn't have any hard proof. I knew how I was feeling, but I didn't have anything in front of me telling me it's working. If you watch my videos, you know that I tend to record my appointments with the specialist. I couldn't record this appointment this day because I was out and he called me and I didn't have a camera or anything and I was out in public, so I couldn't exactly put him on loudspeaker. But I said to him, so how bad did it actually get? For months I was told it's getting worse. How bad did it actually get for you to finally tell me to stop taking the Pegasus interferon? He told me that my liver was working like over 15 times harder than what it needed to be. It was that severe that I was close to having permanent damage done on my liver. But by this point, I had been seeing the naturopath for a few months. So I asked him, what is my liver like now? He told me, I have a fully functioning liver. My liver is working properly for the first time. How crazy is that? For the first time, my liver is functioning properly. It's working. It was so badly damaged, and in a couple of months, it's healed. It is working properly. The latest letter to my GP. So this was talking about how I was put on the interferon and taken off. So it says, I caught up with Danny today for ongoing management of myeloproliferative neoplasm. In the interim, Danny's liver function have unfortunately deteriorated in the context of her commencing interferon. Transmentitis up to 15 times the upper limit of normal. In association, there was some worsening her cholestatic LFTs and peak LDH. In association with this, Danny was developing some worsening abdominal pain, but overall had remained fairly clinically stable. I was not clinically stable. I was in constant pain. I was sick. I wasn't eating properly. I was so sick. I was in and out of hospital. I was always seeing doctors. I wasn't clinically fine. And every letter, he says that I was fine. I wasn't fine. I deny any definite B symptoms of malignancy at the moment, which is also something I'm unsure about because one of the biggest B symptoms of malignancy that I'm aware of is the night sweats, which I experience heavily every night. It is currently winter in Australia. It is like 2 degrees at night. I sleep with the window open. Poor Brad is like shivering, cold. He hates it. Even with the window open, I still wake up in the night as if I've been running a marathon in 50 degrees Celsius heat. That's how bad the night sweats are. My tonic for sleep also has something for sweats. Typically, it is used for women who are going through menopause to help them with their hormones and the sweating and the overheating and things like that. We thought we would give it a try because my naturopath has never worked with somebody who's got what I've got. She's not the type to, put a band-aid over something and hope that it helps. Everything else that was in that tonic, she knew that it would work. This was just this works for this, let's see if it helps. And it did. I have advised Danny that unfortunately she is intolerant of both interferon and hydroxycarbamide. And going forward, the best plan of management would be observation and continued venesections. Now I'm going to break down the cost. Natural medicine isn't cheap. Working with somebody who knows what they're talking about isn't cheap. My first consultation was around 90 Australian dollars plus the payment for the tonic and the probiotic. It came to around like $220. My consultations, because I'm a student, are costing me around 70 Australian dollars, and then all the tonics and the probiotic that I get on top of that, and like the liver tablets, and the total comes to roughly between 240 to 280 Australian dollars. So it's not cheap, and that is about once a month. It's not covered by insurance, of course. So the big question, is it worth it? For me, in my case, 100,000% yes. It has helped me in ways that I didn't think were possible in such a short amount of time. I don't know what I would have done. Seeing the naturopath was my absolute last resort, and it shouldn't have been, but it was. I didn't have any other options. My doctors weren't helping me. I went off on my own, I did research, and I discovered the world of natural medicine, and I thought, I've got nothing else to lose, and it's working, it's helping me. It's a long process, and it's not a cure for what I have. There is no cure for what I have, and that's not the thoughts and the headspace that I went into this thinking. That's not what I was thinking. I was thinking, I just need help. My liver is failing. I need help with that, and nobody is helping me. My digestion is terrible. I need help. I've got all these symptoms from the medications that I had been on that were immunosuppressant. I'm already immunocompromised because of the polycythemia, but I was on immunosuppressant drugs that did serious damage to my body and my organs and the way that it functions. I needed help, and I found that help. And I hope that more people will at least be open to the idea of exploring this as an option to help them. It's not for everybody. I know that. Not everybody's going to be open to it. Not everybody's going to be interested, and that is completely fine. You don't have to be. But if you are, I highly recommend you do your research and you look into it. I see so many people struggling, writing on forums and posts. They're scared, they don't know what to do, and that has been the biggest reason why I've been sharing my journey since the beginning, because I was that person, I am that person. I still get moments where I'm like, what is happening, why? And I still get, I still am that person, because it is scary and it is lonely and you don't always know what's going on, and then you can have some good days and then you fall into a bad spiral and you just feel terrible. It's emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually, that is why I've been sharing my journey since the beginning, because I want people to know that they're not alone, even though this is a rare blood cancer. So many people have it. Like, I don't know anybody in my personal life, but the amount of people in these groups and forums, and it's, yeah, there's so many out there, and the new people, more and more people are being diagnosed every day, and you know, the doctors that are meant to help us, some don't even tell us it's blood cancer. We go off and we Google, and then we're like, oh, that's not good for anybody. We're left without answers. They don't explain it to us properly, and that I want to help people to understand and to know that there are things that you can do to make it better. Everybody's situation is different. No two people experience it exactly the same, but there are ways that we can help ourselves. I'm a completely different person than I was a year ago, like on all levels, on every single level of what being a human being means. I'm a completely different person, and in a way this blood cancer was the wake-up call that I needed to actually start to live my life. And just over a year later, I feel like I'm finally doing that, and I hope that you can too. I hope that you can get the help that you need. I hope that you can have better days, and I hope that you can live fully to the best of your ability. So this is my experience with modern medicine and natural medicine. I hope that this video has given you something to think about. I hope it's inspired you to go off and do some research and actually find help. Like, somebody who's really going to help you, somebody who really does care. I mean, not all doctors are bad. Some do their jobs properly and actually explain stuff and try their best. And then there are others. That's it from me for this video. I hope that it helped you. I hope that it inspired you. I hope that you find help for you and your journey and your health so that you can live better. I will see everybody next time. Bye.